inflatable ribs. There's a lot around on the market. Today we're looking at the Highfield Sport 330. Hi, I'm Barry Thompson from Powerboat magazine. Highfield have been building ribs for about 10 years. They build about 38,000 over that time, and they're building currently 10,000 boats a year, so they're the largest aluminium rib builder in the world. The 330, the Sport 330, fits in between the Sport 300 and the Sport 360. Now all three boats are very similar in beam and layout. The only difference is the length. Now you might think, gosh, that's a really close difference. Why would you do that? Well, it's simple, because this boat is, one of the big aspects of it uses a tender, and it wants to fit in a tender garage, and tender garages can be very, very tight. So it's very critical that they could build a boat that will fit. If you don't put a tender garage, it can go on the deck under a crane. It only weighs 199 kgs. It's very, very light, so you don't need a big crane. But also on your swim platform at the back, so storage on a big boat is great. But that's not the only use. It's not just a tender. It's a great little sport boat. Put the ski pole on here, tow the kids around. It's very versatile. So let's have a look through all the different aspects of the Sport 330. Starting at the bow, note, blunt bow, as I said, you want to get this boat as far into the tender garage as you can. And while we're here, see the spray lip. Now that keeps the water off. It really, really works well. And it's got a reverse chine on the aluminium hull as well. You're stepping on to the boat, got the EVA on the deck here. So you don't want to go and step on this nice upholstery with the double stitching. So you take that off, and another step there. Fuel tank here, fuel filler, sorry. And then spillage goes over the side, so it's not going to go into the boat. And under here, 30 litre fuel tank. Now that tank is there for another reason, also to add the balance for the boat, because you've got the 30 horsepower on the back, and if you're just one or two of you, this just keeps the bow nice down and just keeps the boat balanced. Without that, if you had the fuel tank down the back, you'd probably end up riding a bit like that. So another nice aspect is the fold down cleats and the recessed nav lights, and the reason for that is you don't kick your toes. Nothing worse than getting on a boat and kicking your toes, and this is a boat that's going to be boarded from the front quite a lot. Now there's a little bit of extra storage behind the console here, but it's really more for access to the back of the helm. So the boat's got 3mm alley hull, 20 degree V, which is quite deep for a boat this size, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. We've got, this particular model has got Hypalon tubes, but there is a PVC option as well. Another good aspect is these really solid welded handles, 3 down each side, plus these ones here, which are more for when you're in the water. The console is a 2-piece fiberglass unit. It's a great driving position. Plenty of room on the helm here for a good sized MFD. We've got a Garmin 7-inch here at the moment, but you can have what you like. Switches and dials all nicely at hand. But one thing I like is this handrail. Now it serves a few purposes. If you are sitting on the seat over here, it's something to grab hold of. If you're coming back on board the boat, it gives you a handhold to pull yourself over. But also, I can stand to drive. And if you're coming in somewhere a bit shallow and you want to come in quietly, that's a really nice driving position like that. And another aspect that I like, it's small, but it's quite cool. You've got this little toe kick under here, so when you're driving, you've got a little bit more extension for your toes, your feet. For me, the position is perfect. I don't need to move anything. When I lift the boat out of the water on a davit crane, you've got 2 lifting highs aft and 1 forward. And as I said, it only weighs 199 kgs. That's not a lot of weight. This mid-seat here, nice little soft cushion. No storage under here. It's taken up by the battery and the back of the Fusion speaker. Now the main storage area in the boat, and it's really quite cavernous, is under this double rear seat. So you flick the lever off here and it folds right back, so you've got easy access. Now look at that, huge space. And what I like, it's aluminium, so it's very thin, so you're maximising the space, but what it's also doing is stiffening the back of the boat up, so it really tightens this boat, it doesn't rattle, you know. Great space in there. Down aft we've got more of the EVA, so you've got the anti-skid, which is important. The boat has been really well set up. The steering arm just goes ahead here, nicely fitted in. All the cabling under here, so it's out of the way, you're not seeing anything. You've got the anchor light position here, and then in the middle here, the ski pole, optional ski pole. So put that in and tow the kids around. While we're here, the motor. Now, this boat is running a 30 horsepower Daihatsu. The boat is rated 20 to 30 horsepower. 30 horsepower is good for about 24 knots, and I think it's really the ideal size engine for the boat. It will get up in the plane with 2 people with a 20, but really, I'd go for the extra and go for a 30. I think it's enough talking about the boat. I'd like to take it out for a run and give it a bit of a blast and see how it goes. See you out in the water. Well, that was a lot of fun. Fast, nimble, really agile boat. Very, very stable. Great fun boat. I look forward to putting my grandkids in this, but also as a big yacht tender. Loved it. Really nice boat.